Wednesday, April 12th. Hello, everyone. Brian here. It's an overcast day here in Southern California, near the Los Angeles area. Today, I'm going to take you on a garden tour, and I'm going to start by showing you our seedlings. We've transplanted a good number of them, so we're going to look at where they end up. But one thing to highlight right now is that we're now in the warm parts of the month, so you'll notice that we've changed up how we're growing transplants. We're going to put away these tall 3.5-inch pots for the season. We use these pots for indoor starting. Now with it being warm enough, we're going to switch up to these 3.5-inch pots. A couple of reasons. They have great drainage, and we can use garden soil. Garden soil's inexpensive compared to the grow mix that we use, which is coconut coir and pro mix. And secondly, they have a better center of gravity. They're not going to tip over compared to these pots. Thirdly, we don't need to be concerned with space inside the house. We need to be mindful about our space, so we need to use smaller pots. So you'll notice the change. The other thing is, if it warrants, we prefer to direct sow. So if we have a lot of seeds or a spot is good for direct sowing, we'll direct sow. So what you see here are plants that we don't have a lot of seeds for, so we're not going to direct sow. These are going to be your melons and some of the pumpkins that we don't have a bunch of seeds. And then the other thing that we're going to be using are these modern grower air prune trays. And these are great for using with garden soil as well. These smaller bootstrap farmer trays, they're best with a grow mix that we use. All right, let's look at some of the plants that we've planted out, and then we're going to end up at that table and see some of the other seedlings that we have growing on. So over here we have 3 San Marzano plants. We have a couple of Black Beauty zucchini and a national pickling cucumber. So the cucumber, we're going to have it grow that way and use the chicken coop run as a trellis. We got a Cherokee purple tomato over there, and then these zucchini plants will grow out this way. These are a couple of bags from Soil Amendment that we're using. It's been really dry after a lot of rain that we've gotten, so we're holding in the moisture with using these bags. And then over here we have Owen and Grant's garden. So this little sliver, we grew some stuff last year, but we're going to return it to the lawn, hopefully. And in the meantime, we're going to grow some cover crop. We'll harvest it as green manure. So we have hairy vetch. This is something that's new to us. And other cover crop include alfalfa, you might notice, and some buckwheat. And then this is also where the kids are planting some of their things. The kindergartners started some pumpkins at school. So there's a pumpkin plant there, and they also started a sunflower. So there's one on that side. And then my wife made these plant labels using a spork and her cricket. Let's see what else is going on over here. We got this growing area that we retracted. So this bed used to come out this way, and I moved it back. Once again, the hope is to return this more to lawn, but in the meantime, I made a planting area for our corn. So this is the Vision MXR corn. We got a couple of tomato plants, so Blue Beach, 2 over there. This is the Amish paste that I've been hearing about, so I'm testing it out. I think it's going to be a good one for early in the season. And then over there, that is a watermelon plant over there. And let's see, is there anything else over here? Not really. We got our other transplants from early in the year, wintertime. So we got some more various varieties of hatch peppers. These are some flowers. And then this is more of the Vision MXR corn. We don't have a lot of seeds, so we sow them as transplants, and picked up these Modern Grower deep cell pots. I think they're going to be good for corn. So when we grow corn as transplants, I'm hoping that they'll work really well. They're nice and hard, and they're going to last a long time. If I see the old method of starting transplants, I'll show you what that container looks like. Up on top of our chicken coop, we have some strawberry plants, and then there is a strawberry bed up there, and I don't recommend you putting any kind of weight on your chicken coop because they're not designed for it. Ours is kind of built with shear strength. I won't get into it, but don't copy what I do without really understanding some of the structural engineering aspects. So we have some really nice strawberries here. And that's something that we're concentrating on because you cannot get really good strawberries, perfectly ripe ones from the market without having to wait in line or paying a really high price. So one of the nice things about growing your own things is controlling when to harvest, and getting them really ripe is key for some of the good stuff like strawberries. Let's come over this way. Not too much going on in the greenhouse. As I said, it's warm enough that we don't need to move plants in and out of it now. What's out here? We got some bell peppers that we transplanted, and then I'm planting a lot of marigolds around our bell peppers and our tomato plants as a companion plant. And then here we got our Costaluto Genovese. And with the smaller varieties, I like to train them on poles. So one plant we're letting to split in two leads for us to grow our tomatoes. And then we got some more Costaluto Genovese. These are paste cooking tomatoes. And those ones were started in January. I think these are February. These are great cooking tomatoes, as I just mentioned, very practical and productive. So we grow a lot of those. Let's see, what else do we have in here? This is the Craig La Jolla Cherokee Purple. And the ones that get up to a pound, I like to use a stronger support, like these types of trellises. We got some Guylon here, some early jade, and this is how they grow. They get really nice and lots of stalks. They're sweet and tender, and then they gotta blossom. So we need to harvest these soon. And then we also have a Fiorello 70 cauliflower. This is the loose cauliflower that's in here as well. And we have a different type of Guylon. This is the Suiho or Noble Jade Guylon, and these are more leafy. And we already did one harvest, and we cut it down, and it'll sprout new nodes, and that's where we get these sprouts from. And if you're curious about these PVC pipes, this is to protect our bed from the skunks that come in and dig. It's grown in enough that they're not likely to come in, so next time these PVC pipes, you probably won't see them. And then we have some leeks out in front. Here is another marigold. This is a particular variety. This is strawberry blonde. It makes these really nice coral orange colored flowers. Got some more Succession Guylon in here. Some Italian basil. This is the Genovese basil. And we have more varieties of strawberry. So this is a French variety called Mara de Bois. So it'll be interesting to see what that tastes like. These are alpine strawberries. They grow like weeds. You can grow strawberries in a small container like this, and it'll produce some alpine strawberries. Are very prolific. And we have this is a straw flower. I walked by it at the nursery and had to have it. It's very interesting. I guess there are two types of straw flowers. This is not the traditional type. They make these really nice Chinese fabric button like flowers, and it's supposed to bloom into a white flower, but in the meantime it's got this really nice coral color, and it smells like maple syrup. This is one of two plantings of Principe Borghese tomatoes. So smaller tomatoes, they'll grow fast and produce for us. We're going to use these as early season paste tomatoes, and later in the season we'll sun dry them. This is a burgundy purple sprouting broccoli. We got another Principe Borghese over here, some blueberries, and up on the terrace there we got some shallots finishing up, although unfortunately they're not heading up like I had hoped. And we got some peas that we're going to have to take off so that we can get more sunlight in that area. And our citrus are still over here. We got another variety of strawberries. So earlier you saw some Seascape and Chandler varieties up on the chicken coop. This is Camarosa. So a lot of these are California varieties, and I picked those because that's our climate and they should do really well and taste really good. And then the other thing I've been working on is this has been something I've been wanting to do for the longest time. So I've finally had time and a little bit of shuffled some budgets around as far as getting our backyard put together. Like for instance, we're supposed to put a patio paved down there, so we'll probably hold off on that and do some of the other things like make this area so we can grow an avocado tree. It's got a lot of good sunlight, so we're gonna put an avocado tree here. And then you'll see more strawberry plants. So you got a Chandler up there. That one is a Gaviota strawberry. And then we got our cactus over here. And I'm gonna take you out to the front yard. We got some more interesting things out there. A lot of our vegetables are out there. We got a Black Prince tomato. I'm gonna try this microclimate. This is our dragon fruit. This is Egger's baby. It made a really good dragon fruit last year for us. I'm excited for them now because I'm typically indifferent to dragon fruit. This one tastes like lychee. It's got this nice rosy flavor, makes it interesting. And then more strawberries over there. Let's see. The other thing I did was I reimagined this space. So we had a compost bin here. I removed it and placed it over there. And speaking of, here is the root trainers that we use to start our corn transplants. These are really flimsy plastic, and you have to be really gentle, and they last a good amount of years. I think this is like year 6 or 7. We can still get more out of them, but I'm gonna switch over to the other method. So we're gonna thank it for its services. We got our hatch pepper. This is the New Mexico 64, a couple of tea plants there. And then our wasabi plant has been up potted. So we put it in one of these, I think this is a 4-gallon container. So there it is down there. And I stuck an Oya in there. Hopefully that'll help it out a lot. There's a plane go overhead, so I'll try to talk over it. So yeah, this space, we moved the compost bin and then planted this macaroot lime tree here. And then we got more of an open space. We can see that path over there now. We got different types of citrus over there. And the thing I want to show you is our purple artichoke. So this is the Violetto artichoke. It's made a lot for us. So we're going to be harvesting these. They're really good for dinner and all that stuff. So that's our purple artichoke. And then down this way, it's time to start changing out the space. We harvested our KUU corn, so we're going to be planting another corn in the coming days. And our wheat is still growing out there. It hasn't firmed up yet, so it's growing ever so slowly. And then we have our broccoli that still produces for us. And this plant is done and gave us a really nice harvest yesterday, and I think we're going to remove it now. And this is some true shallots. These are French gray shallots, so we have some growing down here. And then we got some succession broccoli and brassicas over here. Got some watermelon plants that we transplanted and some more gailon that we transplanted. This is cilantro. And then out in front we have more of the strawberry blonde carnation or marigold, and then some more yellow squash. It's going to grow this way. And over here we got another purple sprouting broccoli. So this is what the broccoli look like when we cut them. They sprout on the side, and we harvest it, and then they'll sprout some more. So this variety is Eastern Magic. And over here we have an Asperbrock, a different type too. We've got some tomatoes planted here as well. So here's our Martino's Roma. We got traditional Roma, and then we got some more pepper plants out there. I forget what those are. I think those might be, let me see. Let's walk around to the front. So out here, I wanted to grow more, and we removed one row of the daylily. So we had 2 rows, and I like the sine wave pattern. And we're growing plants in a sine wave pattern over there. And let's see what's out here. These are Alma paprika peppers. So we got a couple out there. And then in front, we also grow, this is where we grow our potatoes. So here's one of them. And I went and hilled it yesterday. So we dig a little divot, put the potato, let it grow, and then once it gets to a certain height, we hill it, and then the ground is level again. So that's where our potatoes are. And we also have garlic out here. So let me show you more of our front yard. We have some garlic out here. And I think that's going to be it for today's update. We got some other plants. Let me just show you our front yard with some of the flowers that we have that are in bloom right now. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, so that's going to be it for our update today. There's always something growing and it could go longer. So thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Some cherry blossoms.